Hello everyone! So Frieda is not feeling good, not doing very well. She can't eat, and we noticed a few days ago that she was kind of eating slowly and just not being in a very good mood. So we contacted the vet. We got an appointment yesterday. So we drove to the vet, and when we went to the vet, Frieda wasn't feeling 100%, but I'd say about 80%, and she was still eating. She only had a problem with very thick pieces of hay that seemed to be causing her trouble, but she was still eating. So we went to the vet. The vet tried to look at her teeth, but Frieda refused to have her teeth looked at. So that was kind of a problem. The vet kind of could see something, but she kind of couldn't because Frieda tried to chew on the piece that was stuck in her mouth, and Frieda really did her best to flee from the entire situation. But the vet thought that she saw that Frieda's teeth are growing into the wrong direction. So not the front teeth, but the teeth in the back. And that can be something that can just happen. Some guinea pigs are prone to that because of genetics. So the teeth, she said that from what she could see, the teeth didn't really look bad. They were just a little bit moved to the side. And if that happens, obviously, hay can't really properly grind them down because the hay doesn't really touch the back teeth anymore. What's going to happen with that? So Frieda right now has a problem with it, obviously. But even if your guinea pig, if that happens and your guinea pig doesn't have a problem with it, it is going to get worse because if the hay can't grind the teeth down, they continue to grow into the wrong direction. So she said the teeth didn't really look bad, but it can happen if they grow into the wrong direction. They might touch something in Frieda's mouth, her cheeks, her tongue, something, and that might cause her pain, which is probably why she kind of has trouble chewing and why she seems to be a bit slow. And we got a surgery appointment for Friday in a week, and then we went home, and just 4 or 5 hours after having been at the vet, things just took a turn for the worse. So Frieda refused to eat anything. We could kind of persuade her to eat a few little pieces, but today in the morning, so today is Friday morning, and today Frieda refused to eat absolutely anything. She is completely puffed up. She looks like she's in pain. She's not her usual self. She's not feeling well. She's sad. She's just not Frieda. And also she refused to eat absolutely anything. No soft hay, no cucumber, no bell pepper, all those things that she was still eating yesterday. She refuses to eat them. She also refuses. I mixed her a little bit of pellets with water and tried to give it to her, and she completely refuses to eat that. The others all want to eat it. We called the vet clinic again, and they immediately knew what was up. They're like, oh, it's Frieda, right? So they said we could come in today. They're going to take Frieda in today. And they don't know if they're going to operate on her this evening, so it's now 4 o'clock, or tomorrow morning, but they're taking her in today. We are getting ready to bring Frieda to the vet. It's just a weird feeling because obviously I'm not a vet, so it's not like I could personally help Frieda with the stuff, but it's still a weird feeling because you're not there, so they have your guinea pig and they care for it, but you can't care for it. You can't do anything. So that's just a really awful feeling. Like the vet said, there can be risk involved if you do that. But honestly, if you look at Frieda now, that's no way for Frieda to live. Frieda is being really unhappy. She's in pain and she's really sad. I already gave her pain medication, but she's not feeling well, and we have to do that. And there's no way around surgery. So I just hope that it's just the teeth growing into the wrong direction and they're able to grind them down. If it's genetics, we might run into the same problem in 1 or 2 years again, and they're going to have to do that again. That can happen because as I said, some guinea pigs are just really prone to that, and you can't really do anything against that. It's just good genetics, Some people never need braces and have really straight teeth, others need braces. That would be the good situation. The bad situation would be that it kind of hurt something else in her mouth, and she has an abscess, and that would complicate things. That would also complicate the surgery. We are on the way to the vet now. I have Frieda in the pet caddy here. So we're just pulling out of the vet's parking lot. So we have Frieda with us because the surgery is planned for tomorrow morning at 12. And they offered to keep Frieda there, but they also said that if it's possible for us to force feed her, and that she probably should be at home, because in the animal clinic it can get quite hectic, especially if they get an emergency surgery in and they have all of these dogs and cats, and then the guinea pigs get quite stressed out. So we have to feed Frieda every 2 hours. That also means throughout the night, so we're going to have to wake up every 2 hours to feed Frieda and to make sure that she eats. It's not looking too good, to be honest, because they did find an abscess, and they said that it all depends on what they're going to find on the x-ray tomorrow, which they're going to do shortly before the surgery. So yeah. Hey guys, so it is now Saturday morning. Frieda completely stopped eating. We have critical care at home, so we spend the evening and the entire night setting an alarm every 2 hours, waking up and syringe feed Frieda because she refused to eat. And the funny thing is, Sylvester would have loved to eat the critical care. My whole living room smells like this critical care stuff. I think the problem is that it has a really strong smell, and yeah, Frieda absolutely refused to eat it, so we had to syringe feed her. She's now at the vet's. They're prepping her for surgery now. I put her a fleece pillow in, which is her favorite thing, and she was lying on that and sleeping. They sent us home, so we can't really do anything now, but they are going to call us this evening, or in case they forget, we are supposed to call them at 5, so I think we just have to wait until 5. Good news, everyone. We just called the vets and they told us that Frieda is still super tired and real kind of always drifting off. We might be able to pick her up today. They're not sure if she's allowed to spend the night at ours. It could be that we can only pick her up tomorrow, so we're supposed to call back in half an hour. But the good news is that Frieda is okay. Frieda is awake, kind of, and there weren't any complications, and she's good. I got some parsley and some nice dill for Frieda. Frieda loves dill. Of course the others are going to get something as well, but I think once we're going to pick Frieda up, we need to make sure that she starts eating on her own, so I hope that I can motivate her. So another short Frieda update is that we just went to the supermarket, got all of the stuff that Frieda likes, and we called the vets and they said that Frieda is still pretty sleepy, so they don't really want to give her to us while she's still being sleepy. So we should call back in half an hour. Oh, you're smelling the dill, right? The guinea pigs have been a bit confused today because Frieda is missing, and they've been really quiet today. They haven't squeaked all day. They've been mainly sleeping and just being really quiet and just being different, right guys? You miss your Frieda. A fourth of you is missing and you need it back. And I'm not sure what the vet is going to say. She told us that for the wound it's better that she's on blankets, and that also it might not be the best idea to put her with all 3 of them together. Sometimes the guinea pigs try to chew on the wound, the other guinea pigs, and that's not good, obviously. So we have built a small little enclosure, and here's a blanket that Frieda is going to get, and the tent that she really likes. I'm going to put some fleece items in there as well, and then Frieda can have that. And we thought about maybe putting Sylvester in with her. Papa's a little one are big chewers, so Sylvester is, I think, the best partner for Frieda. He's also really calm and not as active, so. But we have to wait what the vet says, if we can pick her up today. And I thought over the next few days I would just film quick update videos about Frieda. Soon you're going to have Frieda back in your cage, and then you guys can all cuddle her.